Welcome back to our channel. Today we're diving into one of the most beloved tropes in romance anime, enemies to lovers. Stay tuned as we explore some of the best series that showcase this dynamic. At number 1, we have the enchanting pair Fakir and Ahiru Arima from Princess Tutu. Ahiru Arima wasn't always the squeaky-voiced girl attending a dance school. Loosely based on the ugly duckling, Ahiru, meaning duck in Japanese, lives her life as Ahiru Arima, a clumsy young girl in love with Mytho, whom she calls her prince. Under the alias of Princess Tutu, Ahiru embarks on a quest to find the missing shards of Mytho's heart. During this journey, she frequently encounters Fakir, who often stands in her way. However, as the series progresses, Fakir develops feelings for Ahiru and she reciprocates. Fakir eventually comes to accept Ahiru for who she truly is, embracing her past as a duck, and the two end up together. At number 2, we have the intriguing duo Makabe Masamune and Adagaki Aki from Masamune-kun's Revenge. Masamune is determined to take revenge on the girl who once hurt him. After being fat-shamed and rejected by Aki when he confessed his feelings to her in the past, Masamune sets out on a mission. With his now conventionally good looks, he plans to make Aki fall for him and then break the heart of the brutal princess as payback. Their story is further complicated by their past friendship. Before the hurt and revenge, Aki encouraged Masamune to face his fears, and he was a dependable friend for her during her parents' divorce. This complex history adds depth to their evolving relationship, making their story one to watch. At number 3, we have the captivating pair Geass and Levi from Fairy Tail. Their first meeting was far from romantic. As a member of Fairy Tail's enemy guild, Geass viciously attacks Levi and her guildmates, even going so far as to brand the Phantom Lord symbol onto her stomach. Despite this violent beginning, Geass eventually becomes an official member of Fairy Tail. Over time, Levi learns to forgive him, and the two grow closer. Their evolving relationship, marked by forgiveness and growth, blossoms into love, making Geass and Levi one of the series' best couples. At number 4, we have the poignant pair Shuko Nishimiya and Shuya Ishida from A Silent Voice. When Shuko and Shuya were in elementary school, Shuya relentlessly bullied Shuko because she was deaf. Despite Shuko's attempts to build a friendly relationship, her efforts failed and they parted as enemies. Years later, as teenagers, they meet again and Shuya is overcome with guilt for how he treated Shuko in the past. As they reconnect, the two begin to develop a more positive and romantic relationship, leaving the bullying behind and forging a bond built on understanding and forgiveness. At number 5, we have the unexpected duo Satan Jacob and Emi Yusa from The Devil is a Part-Timer. The story follows the demon king Satan Jacob, who is on the verge of conquering his world when he mysteriously gets transported to Tokyo. Rather than giving up, he decides to conquer this new world as well. To adapt to society and earn a living, he starts working part-time at a fast food restaurant. However, his troubles are far from over as Emi Yusa, the hero from his old world, follows him to Earth with the intention of defeating him. Despite their past as enemies, being in a new environment leads to unexpected changes between them. What starts as a battle of wills may just evolve into a tender love story. At number 6, we have the compelling couple Kaname Ogi and Valletta Nu from Code Geass. Kaname Ogi and Valletta Nu start off as mortal enemies. The fictional nation of Britannia has taken over Japan, and Valletta, a loyal Britannian, views the Japanese, called 11s, as scum. On the other hand, Ogi is part of a Japanese resistance group fighting to reclaim their country. Despite their starkly opposing political stances and Valletta's unapologetic bigotry, the two eventually begin to see each other's shared humanity. Over time, they set aside their differences, leading to an unexpected and profound love story. At number 7, we have the ethereal pairing of Kanade Angel Tachibana and Yuzuru Otonashi from Angel Beats. In the midst of an armored afterlife, Otonashi finds himself on one side of a battlefront, knowing little beyond what he's been told. As a result, he views the student council president Tachibana as his enemy based on word of mouth alone. However, as he begins to question the world around him, Otonashi discovers that things are not as black and white as they seemed. Through this journey of understanding, Otonashi and Tachibana develop a deep and meaningful connection that transcends their initial roles as adversaries. At number 8, we have the beloved couple Taiga Aisaka and Ryuji Takasu from Toradora. Ryuji Takasu has long harbored feelings for Minori Kushieda, while Taiga Aisaka has been infatuated with Yusaku Kitamura. A misunderstanding initially sets Ryuji and Taiga against each other, but they soon realize they can be allies since they are each other's crush's best friends. Throughout Toradora, Ryuji and Taiga team up to help each other win over their respective crushes. However, as they spend more time together, together, they begin to see each other in a new light. Despite Taiga's initial aggressive approach with a Bokuto practice sword, the two eventually come to acknowledge their feelings for each other by the end of the series. At number 9, we have the enchanting duo Sakura Kinomoto and Shaoran Lee from Cardcaptor Sakura. Initially, Sakura Kinomoto and Shaoran Lee don't get along well. While Sakura is eager to befriend Shaoran, he repeatedly rebuffs her attempts, believing that they should compete to prove who is more worthy of wielding the power of the magical Clow cards. As Sakura is ultimately chosen as the mistress of the Clow cards, Xiaoran's initial disdain transforms into respect and admiration. Over time, this respect blossoms into the early stages of romantic love, marking the beginning of a heartfelt relationship between the two. At number 10, we have the charming pair Kiki and Tombo Kopoli from Kiki's delivery service. Kiki, a young witch, arrives in a seaside town to start her own delivery service, only to find that life in the big city is quite different from what she's used to. After a close call with the police, a mysterious voice comes to her rescue. Tombo Kopoli, an aviation enthusiast, is captivated by Kiki's flying skills. Initially, Kiki misunderstands his fascination, thinking he's mocking her rather than genuinely admiring her. Despite their misunderstandings, their bond deepens when Kiki saves Tombo from a crashing dirigible, leading to a heartfelt connection between them. At number 11, we have the unique pair Mira and Memori from The Magical Girl and the Evil Lieutenant used to be arch enemies. The title says it all. Mira is a lieutenant in an evil organization deeply involved in their nefarious activities. Byakuya Memori is a magical girl dedicated to dismantling the very organization Mira works for. However, when their paths cross, it's love at first sight for Mira, leaving him torn between his duties and his newfound affection for Memori. This unexpected romance adds a compelling twist to their rivalry. At number 12, we have the endearing couple Shizuku Tsukishima and Seiji Amasawa from Whisper of the Heart. In Whisper of the Heart, Seiji and Shizuku begin their journey with a rocky start, but as they come to understand and inspire each other in their respective passions, their relationship blossoms. Their initial misunderstandings give way to one of Studio Ghibli's most heartwarming romances, where their mutual support and growth lead to a touching and memorable connection. And that wraps up our list of unforgettable enemies to lovers couples in anime. From the fierce battles to the heartfelt reconciliations, these relationships show us the power of love to transform even the most antagonistic beginnings into beautiful endings. If you enjoyed this dive into some of anime's most compelling romances, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and ring the bell for more content. Share your favorite enemies to lovers couples in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time with more anime insights and stories.